Developing a drug to sell to the public involves several different steps. The first stage of these steps is preclinical trials, which involves two of the steps. The first involves testing the drug on human cells and tissues in a lab. This gives a good initial indication on how the drug will affect the different parts of the body, but it doesn't test its effect on multiple body systems like the circulatory system. The second step of preclinical trials is testing the drug on live animals such as mice. The drug is tested for three different things here: efficacy, which is how well it works, toxicity, which tests for how harmful it is, and dosage, which is the concentration of the drug that needs to be taken and how often it needs to be taken. Once the preclinical trials are done, the next stage moves on to clinical trials, which involves testing on humans. The first step of clinical trials involves testing the drug on healthy volunteers. This is to test for side effects and begins with volunteers receiving a very low dose of the drug. The dose is gradually increased and tested until an optimum dose is found. The second step of clinical trials is testing the drug on patients of the disease. During this stage, the patients are divided into two groups. One group receives the new drug, and the other group gets a placebo, which is a substance that looks like a drug, but it doesn't actually do anything. These trials are blind, which means the patient doesn't know whether they're taking the real drug or the placebo. This prevents the placebo effect from occurring, where the patient expects the drug to work, so is subconsciously influenced during the testing. Some trials are double blind, which means neither the patients nor the monitoring doctors know who received the actual drug or the placebo. This stops the doctors from being subconsciously influenced when analysing the results. Once the clinical trials are done, a peer review of the results is conducted by other scientists to make sure the results of the trials are valid and reliable. Okay, now let's try a quiz on this topic. See how many questions you can get right. If you liked that video and want to see more, remember to subscribe to Flash Revision Lab to get notified every time we release new content.